Alright, let's do this. What's going on, everybody? Brian with you from TheGameCommon, and we are playing more Civ 6. Well, we're watching more AI battles in Civ 6, and we are on the remake. If you missed last episode, well, we had to remake the map because Russia decided to go get themselves completely wiped out. And so, with Russia completely wiped out, we kind of got left with a problem there, and the problem was ultimately we couldn't unpause the game. Like, we couldn't shut off the automation. Now, apparently, the issue with the mod I was using before is you have to do a multiplayer game. So we're gonna try that. I'll probably try that off camera, and then we'll go from there. And that shouldn't be, well, let's see, we were gonna go to 211. Let's see, where did I write my note? Yeah, we're going to turn 207. So at 207, then we're going to stop the game, and we're going to add up everyone's score from the first part of the game and the second part of the game. Other things that happened last episode is we had some crazy dumb decisions by the AI. Like, I just don't know what the AI was doing. Number one, we saw Brazil lose their capital to a Montezuma attack, which should never have succeeded. They just, if they would have had any sort of defenses, they would have been fine. We saw England almost lose their capital to Mapuche because they ended up getting their butts kicked by Buenos Aires. Germany lost its capital to AI player-controlled Russia, which was just like, what? Even though it flipped back, so Germany is in a fine spot. And then we watched Norway get their butt kicked by Carthage. Single-handedly, Carthage beat Norway. It just absolutely tremendously terrible. Brazil got a wonder. Brazil's trying to stay in the game right now. But remember, Brazil is the defending champions from the first season, first championship series, however you want to call it. Also, I love how there's uranium in the rainforest. Does uranium? I don't know. I feel like uranium wouldn't go in the rainforest, but that's just me. Arabia also finished the wonder, the Great Library, I'm assuming, or is it the Jebel? Probably the Jebel. The Great Library is a little earlier, so I'd assume it's the Jebel. But I don't know. They might actually have a halfway decent Petra, too, if they decide to build it. Gorgo, Pericles is pretty much eliminated at this point. He was doing really well in the first time, so he kind of got screwed a little bit with the Russia, loss. I'm wondering if Russia might actually be able to sneak into the top three here. Oy. And it's going to be close, guys. Okay, so England is now working on Leeds, which was their city that they lost. Somehow, Germany has a city way the freaking heck up here, and it's not flipping. But then England's city did flip. What? Okay, sure. Also, I think we're about to see a Montezuma war against Germany. Not like Germany, well... No, because that's Brazil. Never mind. Yeah, I do love how we have, like, the green here. It's kind of confusing me a little bit. So, Aztecs and Germany declared war. Dortmund's going to flip. No way it doesn't. Norway declared war on Russia. I think Russia's going to be okay, but, last time when I said everything looked fine, everyone decided to go screw themselves over. So, we'll see how this works. I don't think... The problem is Norway has a lot of ships, so they'll probably be able to grab Varunza, but that's not St. Petersburg. Sorry, bumping the mic there. And I think that is... We'll have to see what kind of damage it does. It is 28 garrison defense strength now with the heavy chariot there. So, it's going to be a lot harder for them to take it. Nah, they should be able to take it. And there's really nothing they can do. I guess they could start shooting with their archers. Yeah, maybe. Norway does have the berserkers up now, which is cool. Kind of looks like Arabia might be debating a war here against either Carthage or Norway. We'll see. Greece is now trading with Arabia, so I don't imagine any future aggression between those two, at least for the time being. I'm assuming you're flipping over to Mapuche, but I don't know for a fact. Montezuma did take Dortmund from Germany, and really Germany doesn't have... It looks like they're slowly trying to move troops that way, but I think too little too late. Norway ended up losing their attack. I think what happened here is the archers started moving over here, and then they ran away. And now the attack's starting to backfire because Russia's starting to put the pressure. They're not going to be able to take the sea. They might be able to grab Hamar if the AI was smart enough, but somehow I doubt that. Norway just suicided a chariot into a spearman in a forest. When I talk about dumb AI decisions, Also, I did just notice a comment. I hadn't gone through my comments exactly, like, word for word. This freaking holiday season has just screwed up the comments for me. But anyways, well, someone mentioned a mod that removes walls. So we're going to be looking for that one for sure. Just because, like, I feel like warfare without walls is going to be a little better for the AI. Because, as you can see, you know, Kristenland having walls is just GG. And the AI is just so dumb with their, like, warfare that they just are like, hi, walls. Well, we're just going to go stand here and get shot by your walls. Or we saw it. What was that? Was that Group A where we saw a bunch of No. Yeah, it was. I think it was Egyptian troops just in, like, the middle of Japanese territory getting shot by, like, 3 walls. And I'm like, what are you doing right now? Okay, Mapuche is getting sieged down. What the heck is going on with these city-states? Buenos Aires, man. Absolutely destroying Mapuche. Who's Mapuche at war with? Did they just declare on Buenos Aires and just get their butts kicked? Okay, so apparently city-states will never conquer the city, which is very depressing. Did they declare war on anyone? Mapuche. Like, what are you doing? Ah, he declared on England. And England is the suzerain of Buenos Aires? Yeah. Wow. Way to go, England. My gosh, dude. My gosh. Unless England declared the war. I'm assuming Mapuche declared the war, considering how tiny her force is. But then again, Mapuche's isn't much better. This has just been a terribly, hilariously bad game. What turn are we on, by the way? 146. Okay. Score-wise, we got Germany in first, we got Saladin in second, we got Russia in third. Now, is that going to maintain when you add in the scores? Really, the question is going to be whether or not Russia deserves 0 points. Today's episode hasn't gone live, and when today's episode goes live, which is not this episode, it's the one from I recorded the previous episode. I'm usually a day ahead. Sometimes this series will get a little bit further ahead because, you know, I don't have to really use the comments to help shape how I play the game. So anyways, the point being, I might see what you guys say about giving them 0. I could say when you guys see this episode, but I'll have to have the next one recorded just because, you know, render time and all that. I think we have to give Russia 0. I really do. They lost. So I don't think Russia deserves any points because Russia wouldn't get any points. Now, technically, when we took the score, Russia wasn't at 0. And had we taken the score right when Russia got 0, then maybe that would be a different story. I still think we just have to give Russia 0 points. I really do. I really do. So anyways, let's keep advancing. And so the next episode, we'll probably just do the last couple turns of this one, and then we'll have to go straight away into the next group, which we'll have to get set up as well. I should probably go set up that game ahead of time, but I don't know. Nothing's happened much over here. I just love this war. So we have a war between 2 civs right now, and literally the city-state's doing all the warfare because the cities are just... Oh, because the civs just can't do anything. Aztecs are coming to finish off Brazil. Probably... I don't know. Aztecs are kind of out of position. Brazil has some archers, but Brazil's Aztecs are rolling around with crossbows. So that's where it's like, I don't know. I don't know. Surprised Germany's still in first. We should probably have looked a little closer into the score. I was so concerned with Russia being third there that I didn't really think much about it. So, because here's the thing. So, Russia's sitting at, what? They had 165. I suppose number one thing we should do is see if Russia's in the top 3 without 0. Because if they're in 4th place with their total score, so they wouldn't even be in the top 3, it doesn't matter at that point. We don't have to worry about whether or not they need 0. So, Norway and Russia both declared war on the Aztecs. Okay. The Aztecs aren't in first place. Now, at a certain point in the game, much later in the game than we've seen, usually everyone starts declaring war on whoever's in first place. I'm not quite sure why. Maybe everyone's friendly with Brazil? Oh, okay, Sao Paulo flipped. So that was an emergency. Okay. So, Germany, Russia and Norway came in on the emergency then. Yeah, that's what ended up happening. I thought we already accepted because we're already at war with them. Yeah, we're already at war with them. But maybe we declared war for another reason then? Aztecs got a declaration of war. Okay. I don't think it was because we're allied with Brazil, because we hate Brazil. Interesting. All right, well, let's look at the score. So, yeah, see, Peter's in 4th place now. And Montezuma, did he have more points than him? Yeah, he was in 3rd place before. So it looks like Germany and Montezuma are definitely going to be in. Saladin's making that push. And remember, I did talk about Saladin being the dark horse. The problem is Saladin was in last place in the first game. So this is where things are going to get really, really interesting. I think Pericles is way too far behind. Mapuche, man, they're doing bad in this one, but they were in 4th in the first one. England's, I don't know, England's at basically the same score right now. Norway, ooh. It's going to be close. I think Saladin actually has a pretty legit shot. If they keep getting more and more stuff. Because, A, they're getting 28 from religion. That helps. And you can see Germany's getting 20 from religion. And then, who's in 4th place right now? Russia. Why? Because they have a religion. I mean, that helps at least. They're getting 32 from the religion. Yeah. I mean, my gosh. Who has the 4th religion then? Now, keep in mind, Arabia probably started the religion a little later. Brazil does. Brazil is 36. I think Brazil was the first religion. No, Germany was, actually. Why does Germany only have 20 religious points? Come on, Germany. Get on your game, man. Get on your game. Wonders. Germany's definitely winning with that right now. Era score is fairly even, except Montezuma's way far behind with that era score. My gosh. Great People. Great People is definitely in Germany's favor. And then Empire Size is what Germany is doing pretty good in right now. Yeah, that's why they're up there. So, what do people need to do to get into the finals then at this point? Russia? I mean, I almost say Russia needs to go conquer Germany again. I mean, honestly, I kind of feel like they have to. Or they at least have to come start taking over some Norway cities. Probably. Norway has a lot of room to expand. I think they might be able to sneak in if they can start popping out some wonders, but we'll see. Saudi Arabia, they really need to start getting the wonders up. Also, there's a lot of room around them. So they really could get some more cities, get a little bit higher empire score. Any little bit of score right now helps them. Oh yeah, they also have like the only desert. So pyramids are great for them. Petra would also be great. We see Plymouth is throwing down the pyramids, but that's not going to happen. England would have 1 troop. They could have freaking conquered this. Oh, England prevails. England has just been so mediocre. Which is, honestly, England in a nutshell. Oh, Petra got built over here in Berlin. What? What? They got 1 freaking... Nah, I guess both of these. Well, this is a desert. That's desert too? Why don't these have production, though? Because the Petra's here. I wonder if these are proper. Yeah, I wonder if these are showing up properly. Because it should have production. Because it should have at least 1 production. Huh. So, alright. So, they're not going to get the Petra. But they will get the pyramids, which is good. But yeah, if Arabia keeps popping out wonders, I think they're going to be able to make it through. They didn't get a lot of score in the first one, but they're doing pretty well in this one. So, they're definitely got a good shot. Mapuche, well, Mapuche just needs to survive the city-state. The downside with what's happening here is this constant warfare here means Buenos Aires is going to have, like, no freaking army. So, they're well protected, unless, of course, you know, Montezuma decides to come destroy them. And I'm still wondering if Leeds is going to flip to Dortmund. It says full loyalty, but loyalty doesn't necessarily always update properly in the autoplay mod. Okay, Bellum is about to flip, completely sieged. And that's the end of Brazil. That's the end of Brazil. Dang. Wow. Okay. So, I guess Brazil gets a 0 this round, right? So if Brazil gets a 0 this round, that means Russia needs a 0 from the first round. That's the only fair thing. Okay. That makes sense. Here's the thing. Brazil isn't going to make it. Now, they were in 3rd to last place in the first one. So, I guess you can officially say Brazil, the champions of our first series, of our first championship series, have been eliminated. So, the number 1 seed has got knocked out. The returning champions has gotten knocked out. And it seems highly likely that our number 2 overall seed is also going to get knocked out. A lot of favorites going down early. Now, keep in mind, I am saying they're knocked out, but we are going to have the second chance series. So everyone's going to get another chance. That includes Brazil, that includes Korea, that includes probably Russia. Which, I mean, Russia's probably just going to make it through no matter what. I hate it. I hate it. They're just so OP in score. So I'm happy to see Russia. I'm happy to see Russia go down. Oh, man. Now, I mean, the fact that Russia's almost in the top 4 as the player played is just kind of hilarious. We have in the past, we've never seen... Okay, so in our final couple rounds where we were doing the reverse elimination, the last championship series, we saw the AI that was playing the Civ player. We saw them not end up in last place a couple times. I'm trying to think the highest I've ever seen them. I think I've maybe seen them in like 3rd or 4th before. So it is possible, but it's highly unlikely. It was kind of funny because I think Russia would have won the championship last in round 1, in our last championship series, had we not been Russia for the championship series. So hopefully this mod works with the player. Well, we might just have to not have Russia the next time we play this. I don't know. We'll see. And here's the thing, like Gathering Storm, I think, because they're adding the additional ability for Russia. Well, okay, they're tweaking Russia so that Russia now has, anytime there's blizzards, they don't take damage and other people take extra damage or something from that. Now, the question is, are they removing one of these abilities? Maybe the Grand Embassy or Mother Russia. The thing is, what makes them so powerful is Lavra. Just being able to get the extra people points and then getting the extra territory. That's what makes them super, super powerful with score victory. And I'm going to be honest, they're not balancing the game towards, well, I don't know how much balancing of the game they do in the first place, but they're definitely not balancing the game towards score victory. So I don't see Mother Russia getting nerfed. And I imagine if they're going to replace anything, they would probably replace Grand Embassy. And here's the thing, as Russia, I think Russia would actually be super underpowered if you got rid of Mother Russia. Because the thing is, they're settling in tundra tiles. And so what's nice about settling in tundra tiles is, so for example, when you throw down Smolensk, he probably maybe ended up, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 4 tiles away. So let's say he put the city here, he would most likely end up with the copper. It would, you know, the AI, or rather, when they pick the tiles for the city, they always tend to focus towards resources. And that's really, really helpful because working this tile is way, 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 way better for the city than, you know, working just the plain old plains or whatever. And you can see, like, their yields are pretty freaking decent over here. So, you know, not getting that extra tile to begin with would definitely hinder them. Now, maybe if it said something like gain territory at twice the speed, or, you know, able to purchase territory for half the cost, that might maybe bring them a little more into balance. That would definitely remove them from guaranteed 1-2, like of the, you know, most OP elite. I think that would probably maybe move them in line with either the super good, you know, 3 through 14, or maybe just, you know, the average ones. But I still think that would help bring them a little closer in line. But you know, here's the thing. I don't think it's bad that there's some civs that are super OP and that there's some civs that are super bad, because it just gives you options. If you're trying to learn the game, man, play the OP civs, definitely. You know, play Samaria and just go crazy with the work hearts if this is your first time playing the game. If you want to challenge with the game, then that's where it's great to have like civs like Khmer or, you know, Georgia that aren't particularly great, so it gives you a little bit of a different challenge. And then you have the civs, and I talked about this, and, you know, I think our ranking show, but like Arabia, which doesn't have great synergy, because if you're going for a faith victory, you don't really usually care about science, but being able to mix those two gives you different options if you want to try more of a, you know, aggressive domination style faith victory. You know, it's options, they're there. So that's what I like about the game. So we're gonna wrap this episode. We're only at 18 minutes. I literally thought we were at like 30 minutes, so I was like, okay, let's just waste time. Okay, well, let's keep going then. I mean, here's the thing. I'm trying not to finish this episode with the timer, just so we have enough for the next episode. Although, like I said, I would like to, you know, get the Group C going in the next episode. So, I guess we'll get it to like 190 or something. Okay, Arabia's sending out a bunch of apostles. That is really good for score victory. Starting to flip these cities is going to give them quite a bit of score. They're currently working on the Katoku. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. What did we see Germany? They were building something. Was it the Temple Artemis? No, I think it was the Mahabodhi Temple. The temple, I think is what I usually call it. That's one of those that I probably learned once and I just didn't internalize it. Montezuma got really big over here, by the way. Yeah, especially now that they took over Brazil. They got a little scary. And I don't think we've looked at the score since they took over Brazil. Okay, and the potential for them to grab leads here is significant. And I think if they take leads, they're probably going to get aggressive towards Buenos Aires. And maybe even eventually Leventa, although I don't think Leventa is going to survive that long because I think Germany might end up focusing them down. Well, there goes Brussels. Goodbye. We might see war declaration. There might be an emergency for this. We'll see. Also, yeah, that emergency never ended up succeeding. So congratulations, Montezuma, for winning. Nope, no emergency. No emergency. You can see Russia with the great people right now. And, I mean, what is that? 5, 10, 15, 20? Like, that's 20 great people points right now that they're getting just from that. Like, it's so stupid. That's why they're just so ridiculously powerful. Wait, did we see Saudi Arabia apostles or did we see Russian apostles? Because now I'm seeing a bunch of Russian apostles. I think we saw the Saudi Arabian ones. And Arabia did finish a wonder, which was the Jebel... No. What were they building? What were they building? This one's been there. That's the Great Library. They're also building the Kotoku. Yeah, that's what we saw them building. So then what did they finish? Surely it wasn't the pyramids. I'm probably blind again, aren't I? They're also building the Great Lighthouse up there. Yeah, I'm not seeing another wonder here. Maybe it was the pyramids then. I might just be blind, so. England pieced out Mapuche, finally. I didn't realize they were still at war. Oh my gosh. Also, Arabia's scary right now because they got their Mamluks. Yeah, don't piss off Arabia right now, Norway. Maybe it might be too late for you, though. I'm really surprised Carthage is still alive. Let's just be honest. So, England is now down to 2 cities because Birmingham got conquered. Poor England, man. Poor England. England no longer prevails. Arabia finished another wonder. That was Kotoku. Alright, this is exactly what we said needed to happen for Arabia to make it through. I really honestly thought Arabia was going to be a dark horse in this series. I think they can go real far. I really, really do. Just with that religion. The downside is the desert starts kind of suck a little bit. But then again, I mean, it gave them an extra 30 points here because they got 2 of the 3 desert wonders. So, yeah. And they didn't actually start in the desert, the funny thing. That was actually their expansions. So, anyways, we're at 194, so let's go ahead and wrap this one up. Come on, cancel, 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 cancel. Oh, yeah, pfft, really? Did you guys see how Greece just happened to settle right next to the oil? Cheats. AI cheats. So, Saladin. Yeah, here's the thing. There's so many more points because Pericles was at 271 with our last series. So, we're seeing so many more points that the first game is only going to make a minor difference here. So, it looks like it's going to be Barbosa, Saladin, and Montezuma as the top 3, I think. Russia's a little too far away now, especially if we're going to give them 0. Harold is also quite far away. So, yeah, definitely looks like it's going to be these 3. Now, what order is the question? Probably Montezuma is second. Because they're close enough, and Arabia had absolutely no points in the first one compared to... Yeah, because Aztecs were up there. Yeah, it's probably going to be Germany, Aztecs, Saladin. Which is funny, because what is that? That's like the 2, 3, 4 seed? Where are my seeds? Pictures. My gosh, I should keep this just open in the back of my game at all times. We're about to wrap up the episode. I'm not going to hit play again, so if you don't care about this, you can go away. You won't make me feel bad. Championships, 2. Right. So our seeds were, Aztecs were 2, Germany was 3, Arabia was 4. So it was the 2, 3, and 4 seed ended up advancing. And we said Brazil, England, Norway, Greece, and Mapuche were at the bottom. I actually rated Mapuche last in this group, which is kind of hilarious. But yeah, I stick with that. I think AI is a little better with Mapuche, only because you're going to see some late wars, and Mapuche actually comes in handy. Now, if you're playing as Mapuche, I don't think they're super, super useful. Getting the loyalty flips, and maybe that's what happened with Leeds, is they flipped the city. Yeah, maybe that's what they did, is they killed a bunch of units here and just flipped it neutral. And England was so far away that they couldn't flip it back. That actually might have been what happened then. But Greece, Pericles was definitely one of my worst as well. So we can see that reflected. And then Norway is down there and England is down there as well. Yeah. Although Brazil technically was in last place and I had them 5th in the group. But whatever. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, drop a like, comment, and let me know what you think. As always, hit the subscribe button, show the game comment, show your support. I'll see you guys next episode. Later, everyone.